to remain. The riff is grind time. I need mine. Grind time. I need mine.
We're in time before the game.
There's always some young guy looking to take the crown from the king. I see it every year. Rumor has it you're going to be the player in this league real soon.
Yeah, I got some game.
Some game ain't enough game in this league. Keep working. Maybe one day you'll be someone to worry about. Tonight, it's all me, baby.
Maybe you should be using the term work
Hey, man,
loosely because you eventually went to a team that beat you.
Believe
Weak
that.
ass. You went to the team that.
Do you hear that?
What?
The sound of this top-of-the-line finely tuned sports car about to pass you like a tired old ride that's standing still.
I know you ain't just called me a tired old ride.
Nah, man. I'm just messing with you. We good?
Good, because I was about to teach you a little bit about respect.
Yeah, right. We get after it on the court.
That's what we do.
You're the last person who should really be talking about respect.
We're coming at you from the peak, Chesapeake.
You went to a team that beat you.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. As the Thunder prepare
You're in your prime, alright. You're Russell Westbrook, best player on the team.
The issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the
Are you
opponent.
serious? You didn't call a foul there?
Got to be tough
That was a foul.
mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Mr. Moves, he's in at the point. Wiggins is out there with Young. Then there's Martin, and it's Pekovic in at the 5.
Well, supposedly, Kevin Durant, a.k.a. KD, enjoys playing NBA 2K prior to every game as a way to loosen up and kind of as an informal scouting report for the other team. That guy just soaks up all the basketball he can get. Keep listening, KD, and keep playing.
And he gets the bucket.
And keep going to every team that beats you.
Under the offensive boards, really
You'll be team hopping in no time.
Fires from 14, and again it's Oklahoma City.
3 out of 4
Oh,
from the
well,
floor.
looks like Kevin Durant will be joining our team. We're not beating them yet.
Kevin Durant, guys, officially listed. I'm looking at my book here at 6'9".
Are you serious?
Imagine
So
he's
3
that
fouls in a
height
row
in
right there?
video games.
3 uncalled fouls in a
I
row.
think that's selling him short.
Yeah, maybe. You know, it's interesting. A lot of guys who are 6'11" or 7 feet prefer to actually be listed as smaller. I think it's 'cause in Durant's case, he
Dude,
wants to be known as
there's
more of a guard.
the game is stealing
But
points away
regardless,
from me.
It doesn't matter what they list him at. He's just a
I'm getting
ridiculous
robbed right
talented
now.
player.
I'm getting completely
Minnesota
robbed.
following the basket by
Dude,
Russell Westbrook.
man, they
And
call
it
that
goes
foul?
as the official calls the foul.
Pick it up out there.
I could use some help.
No kidding. We
Look
were
at the
picking
Thunder,
up
they're
out
really
there.
the epitome of patience.
Tell that to the refs.
Get up.
Here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Here I am, getting smacked. That's
Now here's Brewer. He's
that's a
covered
sound
by
of good
Collins.
defense right there. Oh, getting smacked on
3
the
seconds
arm.
left. That one
Nope, it's a
rolling
foul.
around and rims out.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Well, not exactly a close game.
Oh, here we go.
But as the second quarter starts,
Trying to get robbed.
for a comeback.
I know the game's just going to start robbing me of points.
Team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
They've got Perkins, Nick Collison out there with Anthony Morrow, and there's Jackson, and it's Lamb in a shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Feeds it to Wiggins, launches it. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
Kendrick Perkins, a former Cleveland Cavalier, who eventually became a friggin' bench warmer.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, the Thunder with an athletic guard rotation between Russell Westbrook and Reggie.
I gotta get a teammate grade up, man. I need to get all the points I can to boost up my player to get ready for season 2. I ain't worried about wins right now.
And Jackson, the former 24th pick overall, Clark back in 2011 out of BC, rounding into a quality NBA player and score.
Oh, that was a foul.
Well, Oklahoma City seems to like that athletic player with size, toughness, and athleticism, and you know what? Jackson fits that mold.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant, the league MVP last season, and that was certainly a goal of his. He said he wanted to be the greatest player in the world, that he'd do everything in his power to achieve exactly that. Now all that remains is winning a title. He knows that's in the
He was not even the best player on his own team when he was on the Thunder. It was Russell Westbrook. Because in my opinion, Russell Westbrook is the second best player in the league behind LeBron James.
To win it all, Doris. Thanks.
Leonard, number 3.
Just 5 to shoot.
Dude, what?
You know, he's a little bit of an unknown
A hand in his face,
he may be able to use
and
that
I
to his
still
advantage.
apparently
He's up
allowed
on
him to
some
score. 2K. Do you know anything about basketball? They don't, because they took away more points for no reason.
Screen for Williams. Passes to Mr. Moves. Begovic with a screen. Fires from the wing.
Bad shot selection. Yeah, I was fouled there, but you know, whatever. The game trying to take away credit from me.
Kevin Durant has already done that in my mind.
This game sucks. I swear, 2K is not fun.
Maintains his level of play and consistency. Championships are important. He knows that.
No more fouls.
Shut up, coach. It's not my fault. How about telling the refs that? Tell the refs that.
Let's go.
Tell the refs that. Tell the refs no more foul calls.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Talk about rigged, man.
Begovic with a screen. Correa kicks to Begovic. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Yeah, I don't care. Just
Put up a roadblock, construction barrel right there.
look at
That's
that.
what he brings defensively.
I just lost more points for no reason. I got subbed in, more points lost. What?
An update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves.
Oh, they're gonna blame me for that, even though I was stuck.
He told Pekovic that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as
Here we
many
go.
touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half.
Turnover?
All right, Doris,
You're not gonna
thank you
call a
very
foul on that?
much. Here's Westbrook. The basket drops.
Allow me to score. I'm losing so many points for no reason.
Large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Your teammates fail you, you lose more points. It's your fault. Your teammates can't.
23 seconds left.
I'm leaving this team, man.
Here's Mr. Moves. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. For Minnesota, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. First free throw is good.
Yeah, I'm.
Both free throws good for Mr. Moves.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting
A
back,
D,
being aggressive,
right.
attacking.
Talk about rigged.
They have the chance. I like
Dude,
that.
I was playing so well in the previous games. Obviously, this is rigged.
It's Westbrook with the drive. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ibaka's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, a nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot and made it work.
Yeah, and those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir. They sure.
A dominant.
2K fails.
Pay attention so we can cover some stuff.
I'm not having a bad game. All right, I'm having a real good game considering how much 2K cheats.
Now it's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, his ability to disrupt passes and get a hand on the ball.
Oh, look,
force
look
a
at this.
turnover, make a steal. It's been really impressive.
When he defends you, he basically forces you to play perfect. Any lapse of concentration, and he'll pick you up.
Dude, are you serious? He teleported. Yep, psychic. Yep, the other team has psychic powers apparently.
Mr. Moves, he's in at point guard.
Bang.
Bekovic is out there with the
What?
Then it's Wiggins, and it's Martin in at the two-guard spot.
Cheating.
Steven Adams
The game is
from New
cheating.
Zealand, the first
The game is cheating. Cheating.
And
Cheating.
Kevin
Oh, look at that.
Durant,
Cheating.
he says that it helps
Cheating.
him
Yep,
prepare for
cheating.
physicality
Cheating.
playing inside.
Not my
Well,
fault.
their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality
Game
shot
sucks.
inside.
I'm sorry.
It's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
The shot's good for Mr. Moves.
Well, he's actually drawn the attention of Kevin Durant, it seems. I mean, they've been talking, and it could be interesting to see how things go between them in this one.
Well, it's
I
hard
should
for me to
have talked
discern
trash
if
to
this
Kevin
is just
Durant,
a friendly
honestly.
rivalry
I should just
or
talk trash to
he
him.
and Durant genuinely dislike each other. Either way, it'll be something to watch every time these two meet up.
It's Westbrook with the drive.
Oh, yep. Somehow my fault. I had zero control over my player.
Incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to
And
see
Westbrook
it on
basically
full
teleported
display
to the
right now.
basket.
You gotta love a point guard who can finish like a power forward.
I'm definitely leaving this team in
Bring
off
up the
season.
list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. 5th on the list.
But rebounding is an aspect of his game that is already so well developed, and very few of the rookies can compete with him in that regard.
Well, the ability to rebound always travels well in the NBA, and at this point, we can say with certainty, physically, this league won't be a problem at all for him.
Oh. So now what, 2K? You're just going to keep breaking the game against me as you lose this game?
Back to Jackson. Adams outside. And there's the feed to Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Elbow shot. No good. Great D that time for Mr. Moves. Mo Williams is checked in for Minnesota.
I like it. I like it.
Coach, put me back in. I'm trying
So it's the Thunder now.
to boost my stats.
Earlier they held a 23-point lead.
Game, it seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game. What unit was out there looked like a mismatch to me.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Perkins, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And it's Lamb in there for Jackson. Mr. Moves checked in for Minnesota.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
The dish to Lamb. Westbrook, a screen on Williams. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
It's always good to look at some of the backstory here on the numbers. Here are the stats.
Yeah, well,
for Jeremy Lamb.
just because I'm
Averaging about
why
7
must
points, 3 assists, and
Oh
2
my
rebounds.
God.
And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid. A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Westbrook up top. 16 points for him.
Oh,
Drills it from outside.
I'm supposed to have psychic powers.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trust.
There we go. I gotta get.
Literally, he's shaking off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Oklahoma City leading by 12. In low to Ibaka. And it's good. Walk through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And And you love the concentration. He gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Wiggins. You talk about Scott Brooks' defensive photos. He played 11 years in the NBA as a 5'11" point guard, Steve. You'd better believe he had some time.
I guess I'm going to get like 2 skill points. The game is...
You know, there was a great stat about him when he played. He went 5 consecutive seasons where he had more steals than turnovers. So shows you about Scott Brooks.
Westbrook drives in. Here's Perkins, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Mr. Moves. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ibaka sets the pick.
I'm getting stuck. I'm stuck.
Comes up empty off the pick.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 14. Young outside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Russell Westbrook still among the league leaders in shots at the rim, but Steve, he's expanding his offensive arsenal.
Well, he's improved as a three-point shooter. You know, he's got a great pull-up jumper from mid-range already, especially from that foul line area. So Westbrook really is a threat from all over the court.
The kick out to Young. Money from the wing.
Yeah, I gotta get that teammate grade up.
Well, they found the
Game's full. I mean, 2K's full of BS, but
everything else we talk about, coach, rebounding, defense, all of that. This game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line. And they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Westbrook drives in.
Good. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior.
Okay.
This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school.
Once again.
Play in the paint. Dominate.
Here's Mr. Moves. Elbow shot is on the way. Kept alive.
Really high quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Morrow dishes to Westbrook. Collison kicks to Durant. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be.
Okay, I just need to try to get my teammate grade back up. I gotta get my teammate grade back up. That's pretty much my only focus. I don't care about winning in season 1 because we're not going to make because we're not making the playoffs.
The 3 and the 4. Anthony Morrow out there with Reggie Jackson, and it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Mr. Moves. Pekovic with a screen on Jackson. Into Pekovic.
Looking at the game Pekovic has been having, he has 9 rebounds and 8 points.
That free throw missing. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Lamb comes in for Anthony Morrow. Corey Brewer's checked in for Minnesota.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions.
Why am I guarding Ibaka?
Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player, but of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
Here's Mr. Moves. And that one's good. Pekovic. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Outside Durant. Kicks it to Lamb. Jackson in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, the player that every team in the NBA covets, stretch 4 with 3-point range, also block shots, and he can play some center too.
Kevin, that's a very unique skill set he has. I mean, actually, he might be the only player in the league who truly fits that description you just laid out. He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Oklahoma City leading by 18. And Lamb kicks to Adams. The pass to Jackson. Lamb dishes to Jackson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City.
And right there is why I got to move out. Anyways,
outside Durant. And so he
what?
Foul on the shot, trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he has even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still.
And he destroyed his reputation by joining a team that beat him.
Develop a better low post game.
And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young
No.
So
That was a
quickly,
foul.
Seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or 2 away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a
So
couple of years
that's
away from his
4
prime.
imaginary
All the
fouls that
physical,
made no
emotional,
sense
mental
because the ball
comes together.
teleported
That
to the other
peak
team.
point of performance,
Like 2 of them was
his
because the
best
ball
season is still in
teleported.
front of him, man.
One,
He's had
2
really
other
good
times was
points
because of the
behind him at this
batteries.
point. Great job of
All right,
utilizing
Ford
that
Woods had
screen
nothing
and
to do with
finding
me.
space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
2K just loves ruining the fun of a game.
Dishes it to Wiggins. It's Martin on the wing. Nailed from 3-point land.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Oklahoma City leading by 19.
Now let me guess.
Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Adams the pass to Durant. Left side Jackson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Mr. Moves. Timberwolves trailed by 19 to the left wing. From outside the arc.
Bang.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Thunder. And a change for the Timberwolves. In for Brewer. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Oh, that was a foul?
Nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
All right, here we go.
To
Just
the
wanna,
paint. And Adams kicks to Ibaka. Down low. Rebound, Minnesota. Pass to Wiggins. He dishes it to Pekovic.
2K.
Inside. And they
You made my guy
convert
miss a
last
wide
on
open
attempt
layup.
Number 3.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation.
2K
on
just
his
made my guy
part.
miss a wide
A hustle
open
play on the
layup.
foot.
Oh, apparently according to 2K, layups don't ever attempt
You know, starting
layups.
last season, the NBA added
Like shooting
a
3.
3D camera system in every arena to track movements on the court, and some of the shots that those cameras get are remarkable. They can measure just about anything you can think of, and it's opening up a lot of different ways of measuring and dissecting the game. Another example of the overreaching arch of analytics.
The Thunder leading by 14.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight it's going to be a great win.
Of course,
by
a
large
phantom
margin
foul.
for the Thunder.
And Clark
phantom
really
foul right
lit
there.
up in
Okay.
this fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And on the year, looking at their record, this team will make it 49 wins.
They will walk out of here riding high today. Big win over a conference foe that they split their previous 2 meetings with.
Steve, one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they can build off this win and beat them a 3rd time.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Kevin Durant. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come up with steals and get extra possessions for his team.
6 on the shot clock. Westbrook drives in. He sinks the 11-footer. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Here's Mr. Moves. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
That was Thaddeus Young getting in the way of the defense there. Really solidly done on the screen.
So no problem for...
Yes, thank you, Kev.
I am definitely leaving Timberwolves in the offseason. This team sucks.
Okay, let's hear what Mr. Thomas has to say. Jeff?
Who would you say is to blame for your team's recent woes? You or your teammates?
Well, we rise and fall as one. In our locker room, there are no finger pointers, there's no egos. We all know we need to get back to work and get better.
The game just froze, didn't it?